There we are. Hello, hello. Hi, Marian.
Hi,
Oh,
Lena.
it's so good to be here with you again today. I don't know what it is about doing a daily show. It's absolutely revs me up. I thought, oh, it's going to be kind of, boring or it something, it's not. I'm not going to want to do it one of these days. I just can't wait every morning or afternoon whenever we do this show. I'm ready. Actually, I had to rush a little bit this morning. But anyway, we're here, Marian LaSalle, my co host, and our daily Reset for Success show. And I'm Lady Lou, the baby boomer babe. And welcome, just wherever you are. Greetings from Texas. Thank you for being here. So, Marian, you've got a couple of wonderful things to do this morning for us, as usual.
Oh, so I'm falling into a habit, am I?
Yeah, a little bit, but it's a good one.
It's funny too because when I get real excited, I feel like I'm wagging my tail. Like my tail's a wagging, you know? I see my dogs all happy, when I give them a treat or I come home after been gone for a while and it's like, oh man, this is so
Wagging, oh,
cool.
wagging that tail. So we're happy to see you. That's what when we're wagging, we're happy to see you.
Okay.
Arf, arf, arf.
Well,
Oh.
today in the daily word, we typically find that they have a word, the daily word, hello, that is to inspire you to, bring a smile to your face. And today is no different. Today's word is zeal.
What?
Zeal. Zeal.
Z with the Z. Oh, I love that word.
Zeal. And I am working on getting the better audio for you all because when I listen back to my recordings, I can't even understand what I'm saying. So that's pretty bad. Sorry about that. I'm working on it.
Yeah.
Okay. I am an optimistic expression of the universe's energy and love,
Oh,
right? I am excited for the possibilities of this day. Though I do not know what challenges or opportunities may come my way, I look for and expect positive outcomes. I treasure even the most mundane events, my morning shower, a cup of hot coffee or tea, the drive to work, or completing an errand. My zealous attitude is contagious. Others' moods are lifted by my outlook, my words, and my actions. I, in turn, am brightened by their positive response to my zeal.
oh,
I, yeah, there's a little more. I make the decision that this will be my best day ever. I face any difficulties with hope and trust, knowing I am an example and filled with faith, with excitement for all that each moment can bring. I go about my day with unbridled enthusiasm. I am blessed and I am a blessing to all I encounter.
and you always are. Wow, that's beautiful. And zeal is a word that's not commonly used, but I like it anyway.
Well, it's funny because I drink a a powdered drink that I buy from a company through a representative, and it's called Zeal, and it tastes delicious.
Good. Yeah.
I really like today's because that fits me so well. I
It,
came in this morning. I live in Houston, and I came in this morning. It was raining and cold and dreary, and I was just a few minutes later than I normally is what am, and the traffic was horrendous. Everybody was going really slow. There must have been some accidents. It was bad. And I thought to myself, well, I'm going to be late today. And I thought, well, I could panic and, try to rush and, and make everybody around me upset.
yeah,
No, it is what it is. And I'm just going to enjoy the ride. And if anybody's there waiting for me, it's just going to be for a few minutes and they'll survive.
that's right.
What a difference. And just a month ago, I would have been going, you ruined people.
Let me through. Let me through. Oh dear. All the things we say in our car are sometimes not repeatable in polite company.
Right.
Oh,
And when you're in the car, you don't think anybody's going to hear you, but that's different. It's the energy that you're putting out into the universe, and I'm choosing love instead.
good. I choose love also. How about you folks? It's such an easy word to roll off your tongue, LOVE. And you can just say the word. You don't have to think, well, how am I going to be loving? Just say the word. And you can say the Ho'oponopono word, I love you. And we're speaking to the creator. Marian and I have come up with that word, the creator, instead of using the word God, because creator is pretty generic, if you will. So our creator gave us the word love, and we can have it just by saying it. And even if you write it on a little sticky note, and I've been known to sticky note on my chest here and think, ooh, I'll wear the word love. That
That's
word.
good.
Mhm,
That's good. I like that.
mhm.
I'm writing it out here.
When it shows, everybody wants to know what's that little paper sticking up out of your chest. It's okay. It's okay. It's just a piece of paper.
That's good. That's
You
good.
can stick it on your belly, you stick it on your pocket, who knows, or even on your clothing, because it's the energy of the word that's on your body,
Well,
anywhere on your body.
that's just it. And sometimes if people don't, if you're not used to understanding what energy work is, it may seem silly to you because it's, not really, you can't touch it, feel it, see it, it's just an interesting concept. But once you dive into it and you start experimenting with energy, you'll see that it literally does do what it's supposed to do. Brings you up, makes you feel better.
It does. And you can choose your own word. Doesn't have to be the ones we talk about, but they're good. And then if you will have another word that means something special to you, use that word. It may be the name of the creator you adore. So just whatever word you choose is perfect for you.
Yeah, like the white stone ceremony word I got this time. Uh, it was bloom. I thought it was grow the other day for some reason. I thought it was, but it's the same thing to me. Bloom, grow, flower, means beauty to me.
Mhm.
That's a good word for me. Okay,
Right.
so on to National Day.
Uh-oh.
Some interesting ones, Lady Lou. I don't understand this first one, never heard of it. National Blonde Brownie Day.
Blonde what?
Brownie Day.
White
Like,
brownie. That has to be a white brownie.
it must.
I don't know either. Anybody out there know?
National Blonde Brownie Day. Okay, library selfie day. So,
Huh?
okay, so for those of you who don't have a cell phone, not very many of you out there,
Oh, no, no.
what that means is you go to the library and you take a selfie of you being at the library.
Oh, okay. Who would want to do it?
Me.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Now, this one I feel really good about. Celebration of Life Day.
Oh, big.
When I was growing up, when someone passed, it was a funeral. It was sad. It was bad. It was sad, sad, sad. But now people are seeing it more of a celebration of the person's life instead of their death, which
Right.
I think is wonderful. At first I thought, well, how could they do that? That's their mother that died. How could they be celebrating? And then I thought, okay, I get it. As I get older, I understand. I want to celebrate that person's life, not be so, torn up about their death. And we all die. Hello. Even me, I'm gonna die soon. Well, not soon, soon, but you know what I mean.
One of these days,
One
we
of these days.
and we don't get out of this life alive, do we?
No, we do not. All right, so the last one is the National Sanctity of Human Life Day.
Sanctity of assuming
Of Human
of a human.
Life Day.
Well, that's interesting. I wish they'd tell us who puts them up. That would be even more fun.
I guess I could investigate it, and see who came up with it in the first place.
Yeah, because some of them are very unique and interesting. Be fun to
Mhm.
know where they came from.
It really would.
Yeah. Well, that's part of being curious, isn't it, Marian? We
Mhm.
want to know where did this or that or whatever come from and how was it created?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that brings me to the topic that I want to talk about today, and that is it's all about curiosity. How to break a bad habit using nothing but curiosity.
Ooh, give me an example of a bad habit.
Oh, I guess a bad habit would be cussing at people when they cut you off in traffic.
Here. Yeah. Or maybe eating at a wrong time of the day when it's, not really necessary, but it's become a habit. Or maybe
Smoking,
oh yeah.
drinking.
Yeah.
If it's a habit for you, if you use it like I do for celebration, okay, that's not a habit. But if you have to have a cocktail every night at 5 o'clock, that's a habit. If if you have a habit of coming in every day and plopping down in front of the TV instead of, looking around to see what you can do, that's a habit. You might want to break that.
Only if you choose. Mm.
All right, so I am going to read. Pardon me for reading, but I do need to read this. It's an article made by mindbodygreen.com, and I'll put the link up, mindbodygreen.com, and this is an article named How to Break a Bad Habit Using Curiosity. It's right around this time of year that New Year's commitments get tested by old temptations. For many people, the internal dialogue of mind, January, or say mid-January, sounds like some variation of, yes, I gave it up. I gave up added sugar, but one cookie couldn't hurt, right?
Oh well.
Mhm. This type of self-talk that Dr. Judy Brewer came up with has spent the last 15 years trying to challenge. As an addiction psychiatrist and a neuroscientist, he studied how negative habits form and how they can be broken. And he's come to the conclusion that simply getting curious about your vices could be the key to moving past them. This is very interesting. And I'm not going to read the whole article. I want you to be able to go and read it yourself, because who wants to sit here and listen to me read all day?
Oh,
What's that?
I do.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll read until you get bored. Okay. How about that?
Another paragraph. How's that sound?
According to Brewer, all habits start with the same feedback loop. At some point in our lives, we were triggered by something, say a piece of cake. We exhibited some behavior, like we ate it. That's the behavior. And then we were rewarded, in this case, with a quick hit of dopamine. As a survival mechanism, our bodies are hardwired to remember where we found this reward source so we can access it again if it's needed. So once we associate cake with a reward, it can be difficult for the brain to challenge that association as time goes on. Now, how fascinating is that, Lady Lou?
Exactly. But it is a subconscious habit for the most part. And that's why hypnosis is so good because we can pluck those little babies out of there with hypnosis. Did you know that? It's like, gone.
Uh, kind of like my donut story. If you haven't heard it, it's 2 days ago. I told the whole story, and everyone listening and watching knew exactly what I was feeling when I was going through that hypnosis session. Okay, so he goes on to say this becomes problematic when we start to seek this known reward Not when we're hungry, but when we're sad or stressed or bored. That caveman brain is sitting around in the modern day where everyone has a refrigerator.
We don't have to go out and get our lunch, do we, anymore?
No, habits are set up to help us chunk information so we don't need to retrieve all the details. We can just remember the reward value of something. The problem is that the reward value may not be that high anymore. So it goes on to talk about, your old behaviors and how you can just get so curious about it that you'll do something about it. And I love it. I'm gonna put the link. It's pretty long, so if you don't want to try to recreate this link, you could just go to mindbodygreen.com and look for an article called "How to Break Bad Habits Using Curiosity." Okay.
Love it. I love it.
All right.
Oh, that was beautiful, Marian. Thank you
Right?
for finding it. Yeah. It's just amazing what's out there if you go looking for it. That's the key. You gotta, if you're sitting around wondering what do I do next, get on the internet and start Googling stuff that you're interested in. And if you're not interested in stuff, then I can't help you. But you gotta have some interest in something, don't you think?
Yes, I believe you can become more curious by asking questions of yourself and others.
Oh yeah.
So if somebody, and I'm going to try this out because every once in a while, we have certain people we deal with, and if they say a trigger word, we sometimes will react. And I know I've done that in the past. And instead of reacting, what we can train ourselves to do is to ask a question. Well, why would you say that? Or what's causing you to feel that way? Or, just start getting more curious about what's happening around you. I think it can help you really create a different world for yourself.
I've even been known to go find the dictionary or get on the computer and look up words that I don't know what they mean. And that maybe I've never seen them before, or sometimes I've seen them, but I don't really know what they mean. So even that's a form of curiosity. What does that silly word mean? I never heard of it before. And it'll surprise you sometimes. Hey, I like that word.
Mhm.
Hmm. So everything can trigger curiosity, not just words or a sentence or something someone says. It can just be something you tripped over. Why did I trip over that? But it's life, and it's interesting, and make something out of it. That's the biggie. Our life is so precious and so short in a lot of ways.
Precious and short. Sometimes it doesn't feel that way, Lady Lou. Sometimes it feels like this life is dragging on.
It goes on and on and on and on. Yeah. But it is very precious, and it was given to us for a reason. And I'm not trying to preach at you. That's not the key. But just know that you're here. We're all here for a special reason. And maybe two or three. You work at one and get that one done well, and then something new comes into your life, and you can move to that. Because I'm one of those people. The longest I've ever held a job, job. You know what that means, don't you, Marian? Just
Just over broke.
yeah, we don't like jobs in this instance, but a lot of jobs are very good, and you have good pay and that type of thing. But for a lot of us, job is not a fun thing. Now I've forgotten where I was headed for this. That's terrible, isn't it? But anyway, where was I going? Any clue?
Yeah. No, but basically what we're talking about is breaking bad habits and being more curious about things. I here's a good one for you. I'm sorry about the squeak. Okay, it's really annoying to you. Annoying. I
I
know it's annoying to me. So
I don't hear it, but we're working on that.
yes, yes, yes. If you have any suggestions on how to get rid of that, I appreciate it. I've tried just about everything. So basically, what I'm saying, what I'm finding for myself is by paying attention to what bothers me, to paying attention to how I can see it from a different perspective, to being curious about why I'm reacting that way instead of just letting it happen and apologizing for it later type of thing, then I'm shifting. Daily reset means a lot to me because I'm shifting and it doesn't happen overnight, but I have seen a huge shift in how I feel. I do this a lot, and most of the time I'm up. If you know me, I'm a pretty happy person. There's not much that can get me down, but sometimes I don't even know what's causing me to feel yucky or down or whatever. I just am. And so I've just noticed that this is the longest I've ever gone where I'm at least here, if not higher. I'm keeping my vibrations up higher. And the one of the reasons for it is I'm paying attention. I'm being curious about what was causing my stress levels and my anxiety. And I'm surrounding myself with people, places, and things that are bringing me joy and happiness.
There you go.
You, Lady Lou, are one of those joys in my life. I,
Say thank you.
to think that we started this show, like you said, we weren't sure how are we going to do a daily show? How are we going to do that? But we just make it work, don't we?
We do. And it's fun. I'm always ready for this show. I have no dreads at all. And I used to think, oh, live? I don't want to go live. What if I say something wrong? Well, it's a blooper. Take it for what it is. But I've enjoyed it. I really have. So if you're thinking about doing your own show like we're doing or by yourself, even, I got news for you. Marian will help you. She's already taken on one client and she needs four more. So if you're thinking and wanting to do your own live show, Marian's the lady to talk to. There you go. No excuses.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. I'll run all the technology. You just show up.
That's what I do. I show up. Yeah. Now I do the comments and things like that after the shows, and that's kind of like my job because Marian has so much else to do and a real job to boot. So I try to take care of the comments and everything in Facebook and on YouTube. But it's fun. It is really delightful. And I know where I was going with my story a while
Oh,
ago.
good. Let's hear it.
I told you that the longest I'd ever had a job was 5 years. That's not very long for a job to have. And it was a good job. I loved it. That's when I was the candy lady. That was the longest job I've ever held. I get bored. That's my whole problem. I'm one of those that has to have something stimulating me to be excited about work or the job or the people I call on if I'm in sales. But that's just something that I've done all my life. I have job hopped, if you will, and I do not regret it. I've had some really fun and interesting jobs that have taken me all over this part of the country, like the aerial photograph job. Oh, I adored that. And it was hard work, but it was fun and it was challenging. And see, that's a key for me. Something has to be challenging for me because I want to learn it and learn it well and do it well and have fun doing it, make money. And if I'm just sitting at a desk looking out the window, or if I don't even have a window, that was my challenge. I don't like offices because I usually don't get a window. Not that I needed a window, but I don't want to be nose to the grindstone type work. So if you're in that kind of job, think about what else you love that you're curious about that you could create an entrepreneurial type job about and be your own boss. That's the fun part.
This gig that I have here at Office in America is also my sponsor here. Has it's different because I'm part owner. However, the last time I had a job, I remember the day I quit. And that was the last time I took a job. The rest of the time, I've created my own stuff. And you may think of it as a job because I take clients on and I do their projects and things like that. But it's usually, like you said, temporary, so I don't get I don't get bored. It doesn't last, for 20 years or anything. It's usually set, I guess, build a website for them, or I do a show for them, or I create an image, whatever it is I'm doing for them, right? It's usually a shorter span. Maybe the same person I do things for over the years. Like most of my clients, I've known them for years and years and years, but it's different. I don't get bored. Now, this particular job that I'm talking about was an environmental monitoring company, and it was in the Clear Lake area. This is a very interesting story because I was in the marketing department, and you wouldn't think they would do the marketing department, but they do. They have a product that they sell, which is people going out and testing pipes and things at the oil refineries. And if you know anything about Texas, we have plenty of those. So my marketing was more about getting people to conferences where we were going to be speaking, or sending out sales material so they could see what we could do for them. And I remember getting my work done and being happy about it, and going to my boss and going, okay, well, I've got all that done now. Now what should I do? And do you know that she said to me, Marian, go back in your office and look busy. I don't have anything for you. And if you don't look busy, they might let you go. So just get on Pogo or something and play some games. Just look busy. And I thought, look busy?
Oh,
Look busy?
oh.
So I tried. It didn't work. Okay, it didn't. It wasn't long. I was creating something else. I was creating a business. You go ahead.
Oh, okay. She's on the job right now, so I'll go ahead and talk. But some of the jobs that we have are good and we love them, and then they end for whatever reason. And then some jobs that we have are not as fun after a little while, or after a few years, because we do tend to get so bored. And sometimes that can be looked on as a flaw or a fault, but I don't see it that way. I have a sister, bless her heart. She was with the school district for 30 or 35 years and worked her way up to a very nice position and retired, and then went to another job. And then she went back into another school district in the Houston area. And she's been on that job now for, I'm going to say 10 or 11 years. I don't remember, maybe longer. And she wants to be able to go back to her office and find everything on her desk in the exact same place she left it when she left the night before. That's her idea of wonderful, because it's just her. She loves that. It would drive me nuts. I wouldn't last 2 weeks on that job.
Yeah.
But that's how we're all different. Enjoy and cherish your differences from me, or from Marian, or from your best friend, or your mom, or your dad, because none of us are alike. So celebrate those differences and create what it is that makes you happy and lights you up.
There you go.
This show is lighting Marian and I up. I don't know if you can tell that from our show, but every time we come on, we are thrilled to be here.
And we're doing 2 on Tuesday. We have our daily show, and then we have Wisdom Chats for Success at 7 p.m. on Tuesday nights, Central Time.
Wisdom Chats for the Curious.
Oh, sorry. Wisdom Chats for the Curious. There you go. All right. So thank you for being here today. I'm telling you, time flies by, just like big boom. I got to get back to work.
Yes, you do.
Thank you for joining us today. We appreciate you. We want to hear from you. Let us know what you'd like to talk about, come on our show. We're happy. If you'd like to get a hold of Lady Lou, please contact her on patreon.com/thebabyboomerbabe. That's patreon.com/thebabyboomerbabe. And if you'd like to speak to me, you can reach me at patreon.com/Marian natural curiosity.
Yeah.
We we appreciate you being here with us, and we want you to keep coming back. So, Lady Lou, any last words?
Yes, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Uh-oh.
Okay, she froze right at the end. Darn. So she was telling you to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thanks again, and we'll see you tomorrow. Now remember, be good and create a fantastic day for yourself. All right? Bye for now. Yes.
Rats. Oh, we're still